Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Product Biz Podcast. We are on a roll here, recording another episode. Hopefully, you enjoyed the last episode because that was probably one of my favorites, which I say every single time, but seriously, that was a good one. If you listen to it, major kudos to you because a lot of people won't. A lot of people will only listen to the episodes that say, here's 3 quick ways to make $1 million in 24 hours. And they don't do the inner work, which if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that your outer world reflects your inner world. And we're going to talk more about that today because that is the truest statement I have ever heard and experienced in my lifetime. And as you continue to heal your inner world, you are going to heal the outer world and see what you want to see in the outer world. So the last episode, we talked about things you can't control, your results, sales, etc., and how the things you can control are only internal. You cannot control the external. So I guess this episode is kind of a continuation, but we are going to flip it and talk about judgment. Specifically, where we judge and even like little mini micro judgments others. And not even judging others, but judging our experiences, which usually involve other people or other businesses, etc. Now, why I'm talking about this is because this is another conversation that came up in one of our group coaching calls. And I'm going to give a couple examples. And it's going to show you the reflection of how every single thing in life is a mirror. Every single thing is reflecting back to you what is currently going inside your inner world. Let me paint the picture. You know, on Instagram, sometimes there are people who send you these really wacky kind of DMs, right? They send you a DM and be like, hey, do you want to get 5,000 new followers in less than 30 days? And sometimes we get those DMs over and over and over and over again. And the interesting thing that I see is that a lot of people will ridicule or judge these individuals who are reaching out in this way. And I especially see this with other coaches. Like other coaches will take a screenshot of someone who messaged them in that way and will actually, they'll try to say something funny or snarky back to them and then take a screenshot and then post it on their stories. And talk about how salesy or slimy or unbelievable it is that someone is DMing them asking if they want 5,000 new followers. And this is like a little mini micro judgment, we're going to call it. I'm going to give you a couple other examples of micro judgments, and then we're going to talk about how this shows internally. Another little mini micro judgment may be if you receive emails from businesses a lot, and when you get another one of their emails, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, they're emailing me again? Another email? That's a little mini micro judgment. Or here's a third one. If you've tried a product in the past from XYZ company and it didn't work, and you feel like you were promised something but it didn't work for you, and now there's a little mini micro judgment of like, oh, I tried that product and they promised something but it just didn't work for me. So we have these little micro judgments from our experiences that happen in life. And how this comes back to everything is a mirror and your external world is a reflection of your internal world is because if you have micro judgments of the really salesy, slimy dude in your DMs, I guarantee you will have judgments about yourself being salesy or slimy. Or if there's a mini micro judgment of like, oh my gosh, I got another email from this business, you are going to have judgments and insecurities about yourself sending another email from your business. Or if you have a mini micro judgment of a time when you used a product that promised something and didn't work for you, you are going to have judgments of yourself of, oh my gosh, are my products not going to work for people? And in all of those cases, if we have many judgments against ourselves of, oh my gosh, I don't want to be salesy or slimy. Oh my gosh, I don't want to send another email. Or, oh my gosh, I don't want to promise and over promise something and not deliver on it. We will end up playing really small and holding back and not doing what is actually required of our business. Now, I'm not saying to go DM 1,000 strangers pitching your products, but if you have a belief that someone in the DMs is salesy, slimy, greedy, sleazy, stupid, oh my gosh, how could this person DM me? Then there is an inner belief that for you to show up authentically on your stories and talk about your products is equally salesy, slimy, greedy, stupid, etc. So the key here is to flip our judgments of others and heal those wounds so that we no longer judge ourselves in the same way. So let me tell you, when I get a DM, I get DMs all the time. Hey, do you want to have 5,000 more podcast listeners? Hey, you want to have 5,000 more YouTube views? Hey, you want to have 5,000 more followers? And I never judge those people. Never in one moment do I say, oh my God, how stupid of this guy to DM me, or, oh my gosh, another DM from this person about how I need more podcast listeners. Never. Instead, I say, oh, cool. This guy's pitching his services. I'm not interested. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Neutrality. Now, when I relentlessly talk about Product Biz Academy and how you should be in Product Biz Academy, if you're not in Product Biz Academy, there's no part of me that has that salesy, slimy, icky feeling behind it, because I've healed that wound that when people do something that others would call salesy, sleazy, slimy, to me, it's neutral. Like, cool. Thanks for the DM. Delete. No hard feelings, no negative feelings, no nothing. And this is what is called equanimity. It's just a neutrality across what's happening. It's just observing without having an attachment or a meaning assigned to it. So let's talk about email as well, because I gave the example of let's talk about Old Navy. Old Navy supposedly sends a lot of emails, right? And if you are someone who may be like, oh my gosh, another email from Old Navy. When we talked about this in our group coaching call the other day, I asked people, I'm like, how can you flip it? How can you flip the perspective so that we don't give this mini judgment? And someone said, instead of being like, oh my gosh, another email from this company, we can be like, wow, that company really believes in themselves. Look at them sending emails every single day like clockwork. Man, they believe in themselves. They want to get the story out there. They want people to know. Kudos to them. And then I'll delete the email. That's it. But now you can see if we have this meaning of when someone sends an email, it's just because they have a lot of belief in their business and they want to share it with more people, that when we as business owners go to send an email, we are going to have that same belief. We're not going to say, oh my gosh, am I annoying people? Am I bothering people? And instead we're going to say, heck yeah. I want to shout about my products from the rooftops. Of course I'm going to send this email. And it shifts how we take action. Now, the last example I gave you is if you've ever been promised something from a product and it didn't work. Now, I had this conversation with one of my members because how it was showing up, it was, well, I don't want to promise something to someone in case it doesn't work, because that's happened to me in the past and I hated when that happened. A couple of things I want to mention on that. Number one, it is inevitable that there will be some people that your products do not work for. It's inevitable. Let's talk about skincare. With my skincare, there were so many people who saw incredible results, and there were some people who tried it and it just didn't work. It just wasn't what their skin needed. Now let's think about skincare. Every single person is made up of billions of molecules of DNA, if that's the right terminology, and every single person has different skin. So yes, I'm going to do my best with my skincare business to help people, but there are literally 8 billion people in the world and 8 billion different types of skin cells on 8 billion different faces that, oh my gosh, I wish I had something that worked for every single person, but this is what worked for me, and I want to help others as many people as possible, knowing that there's going to be some people that it doesn't work for. But my intention is that this worked for me. This has worked for other people. Give it a try. Please see if this works for you, because if you take that leap and if it does, your skin is going to heal, your acne is going to heal, your skin is going to feel soft and smooth, and you are going to feel so confident when you step outside without any makeup on. Now, in the case when it doesn't work, that's going to happen. But the question is, what is your intention behind it? Is your intention to brag and boast and lie about your product? Or is your intention to share that it worked for you, that it worked for others, and that it may work for someone else? Now, with this PBA member who said that she didn't want to overpromise and have it not work, that's one piece of the story, understanding like that is inevitable, but what is your intention? And would you want to at least try to help people and give them the opportunity to try your products for them to see for themselves? And the flip side is to heal this mini judgment against this past product where this has happened to this individual. And I told her, I mentioned, think about that product that didn't work for you, that you felt like you were overpromised and it underdelivered. And how can you be grateful for that? How can you be grateful that that alternative didn't work? So it led you down a rabbit hole where you researched and tried other things and actually found a solution that did work and gained more knowledge about it. Or maybe that led to you creating your own product and that's what started your business. Can you have gratitude for that, to understand that every single thing that happens in this world is for a reason, even when you in the past have used a product and it didn't work? Because when you can see that there's gratitude in that and that it happened for a reason, then if one of your customers tries your product and it didn't work, which may happen, like I said, 8 billion people, right? You can have trust and faith that it's part of their story. And that happened for a reason. And it's okay that that happened, because every single thing happens for a reason. Does that make sense? So what I want you to do with this quick episode is watch for mini micro judgments. And when a mini micro judgment happens, ask yourself, how is this reflecting my inner world? How is this reflecting a piece of me that isn't healed? How is this reflecting a part of me that needs for me to shine the light on it and to heal that? And let's go back to the examples. Let's do this final step. With the example of, if you get a lot of DMs of some salesy, slimy, sleazy dudes trying to offer you 5,000 followers for $5, how can we heal that? How can we see that when I call him salesy and slimy and sleazy, that's showing me that I feel salesy and slimy and sleazy talking about my products. And I don't want to feel that way. So what can I do to not feel salesy, slimy, or sleazy when I talk about my products? Well, for starters, I can create a list. This is such a good exercise of 25 ways that my one individual product could impact someone. This is a beautiful exercise that you can say, what if someone ... fill in the blank. Let me do this for my avocado and algae face mask to give you a little bit of an example. If I was really struggling with selling and wanting to talk about my face mask, my avocado and algae skin superfood face mask, I would write down 25 reasons of what if. I would say, what if someone really struggles with acne and every other product that they've tried has just been more and more and more drying? What if someone really struggles with acne and their skin is really rough and not smooth at all? What if someone has tried other face masks that just pull the moisture from their skin and make it even worse? What if someone tried other face masks that just increase the redness? What if someone tried other face masks that led to irritation and like a chemical reaction? What if someone tried other face masks and it led to an allergic reaction? What if someone tried other face masks that actually made their skin tingle and be red for like 12 hours afterwards? What if someone just wants a solution that's so gentle? What if someone just wants a solution that they can apply every single day without worrying that it irritates their skin? What if someone wants a face mask that just makes their skin 1% better, 1% relief, 1% clearer? What if someone just wants a face mask that they're confident in the ingredients? What if someone wants a face mask that they can trust that doesn't have any harmful chemical preservatives? What if someone wants a face mask that makes them feel like they are making a positive step towards their health? And I can continue and continue and continue and continue. Now, as I was going through that exercise, those what if statements, every single one of them would lead to, well, they should try my avocado and algae face mask. And when you do this exercise for 25 reasons per product, here's where you start to get at the end of the list. What if someone had cancer and they're cutting out all bad chemical ingredients and is just looking for a safe alternative for a face mask? What if someone has a family member who recently passed from skincare and they threw out every single harmful chemical in their products, in their household, and is looking for a safer alternative? Can you see how now I no longer feel salesy, slimy, or sleazy talking about my avocado and algae face mask? Heck no. I'm going to go out there and talk about it for those people, those 25 scenarios of what I just mentioned of when someone would need my product, and proudly talk about it because I know the solution that it provides. And when you believe in your business and believe in your products, are you going to feel salesy, slimy, or sleazy? Or when there's a micro judgment of someone else being overly salesy on social media, does that just mean that there's a hidden belief in your own products that is missing? And if you micro judge someone else for selling too much, it just means that there's more belief in your business that has to be built. Now, you can do that exercise for all three of those scenarios. If you're hesitant to send an email to pitch your products to stores, to your email subscribers, if you're hesitant to post on social media, if you're hesitant to do something because it feels like bothering someone, annoying someone, doing it too much, posting too much, talking about your products too much, the underlying root cause is increasing the believability of the impact that your products actually have on people. Because if you were to ask yourself this question, what would I do if I fully believed in my business, in my product? What would I do? Would you send that email if you fully believed in your business? Would you post that story if you fully believed in your product? Absolutely. So you can ask yourself that question. What would I do if I fully believed in my business? And let yourself fully believe in your business. Do that exercise. Read the reviews of your customers until it's ingrained in your brain of the positive things they have to say about your products. And do everything in your power to increase the believability, because until you believe in your business, things will continue to be just as challenging as they are. And successful small business owners know that belief in themselves, belief in their product, belief in the problem that they solve, because every single one of you, no matter what type of product you sell, is solving a problem. And as soon as you have 110% belief behind that, you will show up authentically. You will show up not giving a shit what people think about you. And that is the most freeing place to live, most freeing place to build a business from, and the place that leads to the most results. So let's increase that believability. And it's just about rewiring your brain to see that all it takes is for you to choose to believe in your products. It's your choice. And I hope you choose. If you are someone looking for more support in business, especially with these types of conversations, this is a lot of the additional support that you get in Product Biz Academy. It's these deeper conversations. It's understanding what's underneath the surface. And we actually have our in-person event, PBA Live in Scottsdale, Arizona, happening at the end of March, probably after this episode airs. And I'm telling you, that is like my favorite perk of PBA, a free ticket to PBA Live, 2 days of insane transformation, where we dive underneath the surface of what's truly holding you back so that you can show up authentically for your business as a leader in your business. Because trust me when I say that people are looking for a leader, and when you rise, your customers will acknowledge you as a leader and they will purchase from you. And when I say leader, I mean showing up authentically. Like, that is being a leader. Showing up without the fears and doubts and stories and meanings be attached to every single thing. And a big part of PBA is cultivating that leader inside of you. And we're doing that at PBA Live. We have over 30 members attending PBA Live, our 2-day in-person event in Scottsdale, Arizona, where you get a free ticket when you join PBA to attend. And I can't wait, because this is my favorite 2 days of the entire year. So if you're someone who's looking for additional support, these types of conversations, these challenging conversations, these ways to grow that most people don't even dare to consider or realize the importance of, well, I would love for you to join the Product Biz Academy priority notification list. And this is only if you're like dead serious about like, I need the help. I want to grow my business. I want to learn how to grow online. I want to learn how to grow as a leader. And if that is not you, you can just end this episode. But if that is you, I have a priority notification list at monicalittlecoaching.com/PBA waitlist, where you can join the notification list to be first in line to hear when the doors to PBA are open. Because PBA is a life-changing, lifetime experience that you get access to help you cultivate the leader inside of you so that your business grows to levels that you've never seen before. Not only do you learn how to grow your business tactically with social media strategy, website strategy, Etsy strategy, getting into stores strategy, marketing strategy, selling strategy, branding strategy, everything in between, but we also focus a lot on you as a leader. And that is the most important part, which 99% of programs, courses don't even touch on, which is why my PBA members see insane results. So if you want to get in on that fun, monicalittlecoaching.com/PBA waitlist. Can't wait to see your name pop up on that list. And if this episode was insightful, take a screenshot, share on social media, tag me at Monica Little Coaching. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Product Biz Podcast.